Okay, so welcome back. I've been shopping. I've picked up a 200 watt solar panel. We've got DCDC charger, 25 amp, wiring kit, the extension for the solar mounting brackets. We've got all the other little electricity accessories, Anderson plugs, different colors to make sure they're not plugged in wrong. These are going to go to the battery. Ignition wire for the DC-DC charger. Obviously got some conduit, and so we're going to replace this old system that we've got going on here. Obviously going to keep the same battery, but yeah, we'll mainly be replacing this thing and all the wiring. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove everything, all the old stuff, all the old wiring. All the wiring out the other side, I'm going to take that all off because that's all getting replaced. So yeah, let's do that. So here we have the DC-DC charger. Got solar, alternator, and the battery output. So I'm going to change solar to black, battery output to the blue. That way, can't be mistaken. So we have switched the solar input to black and to blue, so that way it's pretty easy to tell which is which, so that way they don't get mismatched, because obviously the wire will be the same on the other side. I've also put a connecting end on the ignition wire, just that way that can just be plugged in and out as well. And obviously I've got the fuse, inline fuse thing, whatever you call it, and that's also got a connecting end on it to connect the ignition to something. Probably not going to use the existing board, as there's probably not enough room for it at the moment on here. So I'm going to probably find a new board that I can start with, and we'll start from fresh basically. Okay, so we have the board. I've just cut it up. It's roughly around the same size as that one, just slightly bigger. I'm going to put this in the top left corner, and I'm just kind of going to mess around with a bit more of the configuration of things. At the moment it's just going to be very simple. It is literally just this, because of the fridge I'm just running straight from the battery at the moment, so it's not like I have to have anything else on here. So yeah, at the moment it's just going to be finding a way for these Anderson plugs to route. That looks neat. I'm thinking of just doing it like that and holding them down somehow in a nice way. That's the plan. So I've got this flush Anderson mount for the outside of the canopy. I'm going to change out one of them for black, and that's going to be my solar, and then the other one will be the grey, and that will be from the normal battery. So that's going to be mounted. Right there. So I'll have to try and get the I'm hoping when I mount it, but I don't know if that will work properly. I'm going to figure this out and then I'll get back to you. So, currently that's not going to work for me, so I'll have to find another solution for it going from the outside of the canopy. But I can at least get everything else done, and I can just put 2 Anderson plugs there for now. It's not the best, it won't look the best, but it will work for now. And that's all I need at the moment. So, this is our cable for going from the starter battery to DC-DC charger going into here. So obviously this is for our battery side. It's going to go along the car, and then we'll have obviously another Anderson plug on this side, and that's what's going to go into the board. So this is 6 meters long, I believe this one. Yeah, 6 meters. So it should get us to the back, but we'll find out in a bit. And I'm going to put some conduit around it as well. Just to keep it protected. Okay, so I have routed the cable from the front of the car through here. I couldn't quite get the thing to work here, so I'll have to come up with another way for that, but for now I'm just gonna have to run it through there like that, and I can do it in a later date. I've also hooked this up, so we've got this bolted here, so this isn't, it's a bit loose, but I'll tighten it up a bit more, and that won't be going anywhere. And yeah, so it's just about now getting those plugs in there, and we should be pretty good. My connection for the fuse to do like another bypass, not bypass, but join onto the fuse, I got the wrong one. Okay, so we have the cable for the battery all hooked up with the blue, and we got the end terminals. I'm going to put some conduit on it, and then we'll put it in there. Okay, so before we connect this up on the outside, I'm going to take off the top of the battery box and put this on the inside on the negative terminal. This is just the temperature. Measures the temperature for the charger, so you can read it. Hopefully you can see these terminals are looking pretty dirty. So I'm going to disconnect that and I'm going to clean it up. Okay, so I cleaned up the terminals. Time to connect it back up again. So let's go around the back. Okay, I'm gonna get the connector on that one. Okay, so we have main power plugged in. All hooked up over here. You can see the big fuse, 35 fuse there. Power, ground is grounded. But I will go start up the car and we'll see if it starts charging itself. Okay, so gel's gone. We'll hold that down. There we go, AGM selected. Alternator's flashing, so it won't just quite have power yet, because obviously it'll take a bit to build up. But once that does, that should go solid, and our battery should start charging. Oh no, it's charging now, 14.7 volts. So that's looking good. So next thing to do is hook up the solar, and we'll obviously that will get plugged into there, but I don't think that will be done today. Okay, so what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to open it up and I'm going to see if it's going to fit on the top, because if not I need to go to Bunnings and get something that will make it work. picked up a few things. Some wire glands, the correct fuse outer circuit. And then I've also picked up this, I don't know what you call it, drop and turn set it's called apparently. Hopefully they fit in the rails to fit the solar panel. That should hopefully make it a bit easier. So yeah, first thing I'll probably do is fit these glands, and then I'll fit this outer circuit. Okay, so I've got the Anderson plug removed off of it. I'm just going to pull it back through. Like that. I've also got the negative removed from the battery. That way there's nothing charging, no live charge in it. Now this is as simple as feeding it through. I'm gonna have to make the hole slightly bigger, but I'll be back. Okay, so I got the holes a bit bigger, so these are fitting in now. As you can see, the alternator power's going in. This one's for the solar, which we'll put up. Hopefully today it should all go up. And yeah. So I'll get this Anderson back on this one and get that plugged back in. Then we'll be good. Okay, so we have these little bolts in there. Hopefully they should be spaced the correct distance apart to get into this one. So it's time to lift that up on top and hopefully get it bolted in. Gonna get it bolted down, and then yeah, that's the solar panel. Now it's time to find the length for the solar cable. So I'll plug it in, run it down.